Welcome to your FinCast podcast, episode 3. I'm John, and I am here with Sarah to do a deep dive into some exciting news in the world of tech and AI, especially as it relates to you and your interest in Dell.
It's great to be here, John. Let's dive in.
All right, so you know Dell, right? They've been around forever. You might even have one of their computers sitting on your desk right now.
Yeah, a real household name. They've been a mainstay in the PC world for decades.
Exactly. But here's where it gets interesting. Dell's about to close a massive deal with Elon Musk's xAI, a deal worth over $5 billion for AI-optimized servers, not your everyday office computer.
That's billion with a B. And it signals a major shift, not just for Dell, but for the entire landscape of artificial intelligence.
Okay, so for those who might not be familiar, can you give us a quick rundown of what xAI is and what they're trying to build?
Sure, xAI is basically Elon Musk's answer to the AI question, his own ambitious venture into this whole world of artificial intelligence. And their big project is this supercomputer called Colossus being built in Memphis, Tennessee. The goal is to have over 1 million GPUs in this thing.
Wow, 1 million GPUs. Just to give you an idea, our listener, that's like every single person in a city like San Francisco having one of the most powerful graphics cards you can buy, all in one place.
And right now it has about 100,000, so they're just getting started.
So where does Dell set into all of this?
Well, Dell is going to be the one supplying the servers that power this massive supercomputer, specifically the Dell PowerEdge XE9680. These things are absolute beasts designed from the ground up for AI applications.
So we're not talking about the Dell laptop I had in college, right?
No, definitely not. Each one of these servers can hold up to 8 of NVIDIA's most powerful GPUs, either the H100 or the H200, all interconnected with superfast NVLink technology. We're talking potential for 4 terabytes of RAM and 122 terabytes of storage per server.
Okay, so even for someone like me who's kind of a tech nerd, those numbers are hard to grasp. Put it into perspective for us.
Well, think about it this way. 122 terabytes is enough storage to hold the entire Library of Congress twice. And xAI wants to fill a building with these things. That's the scale of data they're going to be working with to train their AI.
That's wild. And all of this must be pretty good news for Dell, right? I mean, their stock must be going through the roof.
Well, as of February 14th, Dell was trading at $114.38, a decent increase from the previous day, likely spurred by this xAI news. And Moat analysts have a strong buy rating on the stock with an average price target of $147.74. That's a potential 29% upside.
So if you were advising our listener right now, would you say Dell is a buy?
It's definitely a stock to watch. This xAI deal is huge and could really propel their growth in the AI market. However, there's always another side to the story.
Okay, here comes the reality check.
Exactly. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. We also need to consider that Morgan Stanley recently lowered their price target on Dell. They called the situation tricky.
Interesting. Tricky. It's a very Wall Street way of putting it. What do you think is making them hesitant?
Well, it's probably a combination of factors. The overall market conditions are always a bit unpredictable, and there's always the risk that this AI boom might not live up to the hype.
Right, and even if AI is the future, there's no guarantee that Dell will be the only one reaping the rewards, right? They've got competition.
Absolutely. Dell isn't the only player in the AI server game. Companies like Supermicro Computer are also vying for a piece of that pie. But they seem to be having some issues, right?
Yeah, I was reading that Supermicro is facing some financial reporting issues. Could this be an opportunity for Dell to really grab a bigger chunk of that market share?
Potentially. If Supermicro stumbles, it could open the door for Dell to become the dominant force in AI servers.
So what does all this mean for you, our listener? I mean, we all know Dell, right? But does this news change how you see them? Are they still just the company that made your first laptop, or are they transforming into something much bigger, something that's going to be at the heart of this whole AI revolution?
It's a good question because this isn't just about servers and stock prices. It's about the future of technology itself. We often think of Dell as this traditional computer company, but they're clearly positioning themselves to be a major player in the AI revolution.
And the scale of this deal with xAI, it really shows just how much computing power is needed to run these advanced AI models, right? I mean, we're not talking about some app on your phone. This is next level stuff.
Exactly. AI development is accelerating so rapidly, it's demanding more and more resources. And Dell seems to be right there ready to provide those resources.
Okay, so let's talk more about the specifics of this Dell and xAI deal. You mentioned those Dell PowerEdge XE9680 servers. What makes them so special? What makes them different from, say, the server that's running the website you're listening to this on?
It's all about handling the extreme demands of AI workloads. Regular servers just aren't built for that.
Okay, but what does that actually mean? What are these servers doing that's so different?
Imagine you're teaching a computer to recognize images of cats. You'd need to feed it thousands, even millions of pictures of cats.
Ah, I get it. So it's not just storing the pictures, it's actually having to process them in a way that allows the AI to learn.
Precisely. The servers are crunching numbers, running algorithms. They're the brains of the operation, helping the AI learn and improve. And the faster and more efficiently the servers can do that, the better the AI becomes.
And you said each server can hold up to 8 of NVIDIA's most powerful GPUs, all interconnected with this NVLink technology. Break that down for us. What's so special about that?
Think of NVLink as a superhighway for data. It allows those 8 GPUs to communicate with each other, insanely fast, sharing information and working together seamlessly.
So instead of each GPU doing its own thing, they're all working together as a team.
Exactly. It's all about speed and efficiency. The faster they can communicate, the faster they can process information, and the faster the AI can learn.
And then you mentioned the RAM and the storage. 4 terabytes of RAM, 122 terabytes of storage per server. I mean, my laptop has like 16 gigs of RAM. It's ridiculous.
It's an incredible amount of computing power packed into a single unit. And remember, xAI's Colossus supercomputer is aiming for over 1 million of these GPUs. So multiply those numbers by 1 million. It's almost unimaginable.
It really is. So Dell is supplying the hardware, xAI is building the supercomputer. What exactly is xAI trying to do with all this power?
Their goal is to develop this highly advanced AI chatbot called Grok.
Oh, okay. So like a Siri or Alexa on steroid.
Much more advanced xAI wants Grok to have a deep understanding of the world, be able to answer complex questions, solve problems, even generate creative content. The more computing power they have, the faster Grok can learn and evolve.
This is where it gets really fascinating for me because we're not just talking about making a computer that can play chess or write a poem. We're talking about a machine that could potentially understand the world in a way that we do.
It's pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible with AI.
Okay, so we've got Dell xAI, this Grok's thing. There's another player here that keeps coming up. NVIDIA, you mentioned their GPUs. What's their role in all of this?
NVIDIA is the leading manufacturer of those specialized GPUs that are essential for AI training. They're the ones making the chips that are doing the heavy lifting.
So Dell is partnering with xAI, which relies heavily on NVIDIA's technology. It's kind of like a three-way partnership, each bringing something unique to the table.
It's a great example of how the tech world is collaborating to really push the boundaries of AI.
And this collaboration seems to be paying off, at least for Dell, if their stock performance and those analyst ratings are anything to go by.
It's looking promising for them, but as we talked about earlier, it's important to be cautious and consider the potential risks as well.
Right, because as exciting as all this is, the AI market is still relatively young and unpredictable. No one knows for sure what the future holds.
Exactly. There's a lot of hype, but it remains to be seen how things will actually play out in the long run.
So we've covered a lot of ground here. The Dell and xAI deal, the massive scale of this Colossus supercomputer, the potential of Grok, the AI chatbot. We even touched on Dell's stock performance and that more cautious outlook from Morgan Stanley. But let's bring it back to our listener.
What does this all mean for someone who's interested in Dell and the world of technology?
Because this isn't just some abstract tech news, it's a sign of how quickly things are changing. AI is no longer just a futuristic concept, it's becoming a tangible reality that's impacting our lives in profound ways. And this Dell and xAI partnership, it's a front row seat to that change.
Exactly. And it really underscores the massive investments being made in AI research and development. We're talking billions of dollars being poured into this field, driving incredible innovation at a pace we've never seen before.
Breakthroughs in natural language processing, computer vision, machine learning, it's all happening so fast.
And these advancements aren't just happening in labs. They're leading to real-world AI tools and applications that have the potential to completely revolutionize industries.
Self-driving cars, personalized medicine, smart homes, automated customer service. It feels like AI is going to touch every aspect of our lives.
It's exciting, for sure, but it's also a little daunting when you think about the possibilities and the challenges that lie ahead.
So we've established that AI is a big deal. This Dell and xAI partnership is a major development in the field. But before we wrap up, I want to go back to something you mentioned earlier, the human element in all of this.
It's easy to get caught up in the technical details, the servers, the algorithms, the sheer power of it all. But at the end of the day, AI is a tool created by humans.
And that means we have a responsibility to make sure it's used responsibly, right?
Absolutely. We need to be mindful of the potential risks and implications of AI.
So while we marvel at the technological advancements, let's not forget the importance of human values, ethics, and responsible innovation.
Because AI at its core is a reflection of our own ingenuity and aspirations, and it's up to us to shape its development and impact on the world.
Well said. This has been a truly insightful deep dive into the world of AI and Dell's role in it. Hopefully our listeners walking away with a better understanding of just how much is happening in this space.
It's been a pleasure exploring these topics with you, John.
And thank you to our listener for joining us on this journey. We hope you've learned something new today and maybe even sparked some new ideas and questions of your own. because the world of AI is constantly evolving.
So stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the endless possibilities that lie ahead.
Until next time, till see our year.